Hey everybody, this is a tournament guide for beginners in Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. What I'm looking to do with this video is show people how to find tournaments, how to participate in practice tournaments, and a few tips on how to bet and what to do in tournaments, and what to do if you're struggling to win tournaments. If you're already finding tournaments and you're already winning tournaments, then this guide is probably not for you. This is an absolute beginner's guide. But if you want to, go ahead and brag about your victories in the comment section. I will put timestamps in the description to show where you can find each thing, whether it's practice tournament, finding a tournament, or just general tips. And with that, let's get into it. To find a tournament, enter any city. Click Arena, click Enter Arena, and then walk forward and speak with the tournament master. When you speak with the tournament master, you'll be prompted in dialogue. There you will see some options. One is to ask him where the nearest tournaments are, and he'll give you 2 cities of the 2 closest, or you can start a practice tournament. If by happenstance and luck there is already a tournament there, it'll show up in the arena and you can simply click Join Tournament. If you do a practice tournament, you get paid with no risk, but the rewards are relatively small. You get paid by eliminating a certain number of enemies. Before you get started, do note, whatever health you had on the map is the health you will start with when you begin the practice tournament. The practice tournament pays in the following ways. Eliminating 3 opponents gets you 5 gold. Eliminating 6 opponents gets you 10 gold. Eliminating 10 opponents gets you 60 gold. And if you're the last person standing, you get 250 gold. Once you arrive in the city the tournament master directed you to go to, simply click Arena and then click Join Tournament. Just like in the practice matches, the amount of health on the map is the health you have for the tournament, so rest up and heal before starting. You can bet each round, and if you know your limits, you can maximize your rewards this way. Each round will have different payouts. If you're an absolute beginner and you don't have a ton of confidence in your ability to actually win the tournaments, there are prizes at the end of the tournament and they cover a range of value. So if you're a true beginner and just want to have fun in tournaments and maybe make some money from it, just playing and winning prizes is absolutely fine. It's much slower than trade, caravans, and workshops, but it is a fun way to grind out some money and get some cool equipment. And they usually have some of the better armor in the game, so you can usually win armor off of these things, and sometimes it's pretty rewarding. If you're having a difficult time winning in the tournaments because you're a beginner, or you just aren't so great at the combat, or you like to play other ways and you're just now engaging with the tournaments, you can lower the difficult settings by being on the campaign map, pressing escape, going to campaign options, and changing the player received damage and a few of the other options, such as AI combat skill and the damage your teammates receive. Actual tournaments seem to make you take your current armor with you. For me, it didn't feel like that was much of a disadvantage to not have any armor, but for some people it might. Definitely be sure when you're playing to pick up weapons that are fallen if you're incredibly bad with one weapon or something like that, especially in the practice mode. You really want to be picking up weapons that you're better with and picking up shields. Shields are OP in the practice mode. I feel like if I get a shield early, I'm almost guaranteed to win. But if I don't have a shield early, it can be a little bit rough, especially if I don't get a chance to pick one up and I've already fought off 4 of the AI. It can get really hard really fast, but yeah, the shields are awesome. Common mistakes that I make in combat are not focusing with my teammates, especially in the actual tournament mode, because you don't have teammates in the practice mode, obviously. But in the actual tournament mode, sometimes I don't focus with my teammates, and that's a pretty good way to lose. I also play a really tall character, and I seem to let the AI get inside my reach, and that is a big no-no, because once they're inside your reach, you start hitting them with like the handle blade of your weapon, and you're getting 2 damage, and they are much quicker. So you want to keep people at the perfect point within your reach, and sort of play like a little dancing game there. And I don't always react to blocks, and instead I try to anticipate where to block, and that can cost me sometimes. I definitely recommend trying to work on reflexes and not necessarily always anticipating. You can a lot of the time with the AI, but other times you're focused on trying to strike them and you don't react, and that's a good way to get hit in the head in one shot if you are on realistic mode. I also have a tendency, and you'll see it in the background footage here, I rush arrow shots a lot, and you can cancel arrow shots by using the block button instead of just wasting your shots, which I definitely recommend. I don't really run out of ammo in the actual tournaments. In the practice tournaments, sometimes I can if I don't pick up the arrows, but I think definitely making sure you're hitting your shots so you don't give somebody else a chance to retaliate is so much more important than just putting shots down range. So definitely be looking to cancel shots. Also, sometimes it lets you get on horses in the actual tournament, and sometimes it doesn't let you. You'll see in the background footage I tried like 3 times to actually get on a horse, and it wouldn't let me. I don't know why. I think it might have to be like a teammate's horse or something like that, but I have been able to randomly get on horses and also have not been able to get on horses randomly. So if you know why that occurs, go ahead and answer that in the comment section, please, because that actually helped me out and make me a lot more efficient. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. This has been the Beginner's Guide to Tournaments. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's been helpful. Yeah, have a great day.